Hello everyone, we're going to complete Gowers Quest, and we're going to make it very simple. We're going to start off in Vorok at the Lodestone. From the Lodestone, travel southeast until you come to this house that I'm standing at. On the map, it is right here in the circle, and you're going to go inside and you're going to talk to the three brothers. Okay, when inside, you're going to pick one of the three brothers. You're going to speak to them and go through the entire dialogue, and you're going to select the very first selection. Now the entire dialogue, they're going to act excited for you to help them. And after you do accept the quest, you're going to go on a scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt is going to take place at this house that you're currently in. And I will walk you through finding each item. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is search this crate inside to the west where you were just standing. It's on the other side of the wall, right near the door you entered. We have obtained pure essence. So now we're going to go to the cabbage patch area outside, and we're going to find a scarecrow, and we're going to search the scarecrow. And we find a strange cross-shaped amulet. Okay, for this third item, we're going to go search the water troughs. You're going to find a single Brussels sprout. Okay, next we're going to search the trough over here by the rats. Here's a trough sitting right next to the rats beside the house. And it's going to give you some tough, stringy broccoli root. Okay, now that we have all of our items, let's head inside to the spinning wheel. It's all going to make sense shortly. We have a total of 4 items collected. Here's the spinning wheel next to me. So you want to take the pure essence, right click on it and select flip. After you flip that one, you're going to want to take the Brussels sprout and use it on the cross. And after you do that, it becomes a amulet. You're going to want to take the broccoli root and use it on the spinning wheel. Now that we have spun our string, we're going to use the string on the broccoli, turn it into the amulet. Now we're going to use the life rune onto the amulet. Now we have made our cabbage speak amulet. So we're going to go ahead and put it on. We're going to head outside to the cabbages, the ones that are bouncing around. And you're going to want to talk to Crispy the cabbage. So you just want to go through this whole dialogue, and they're wanting you to collect party hats, and they're going to also tell you why they can't really grow and all that. So okay, now that we talked to Crispy, we're going to head back inside to the three brothers, and you can choose either one to speak to. And going through the dialogue, you could choose any of the selections they offer. You get to choose any color of the party hat you want, but the choices is mainly going to turn out to be pink. So I'm going to choose blue, and they're just going to say they only have pink. So go through the dialogue again, you get a pink party hat, 4 of them. And now you're going to go back to Crispy. And you're going to click on Crispy, and you're going to make him think that they're all going to be rich. So they're extremely excited now when you hand these party hats over, thinking they're going to be billionaires, as we all would like to be. So go through the entire dialogue again. And they're just talking about behind the scenes and what they need to do. So after you speak to the cabbages, they're going to want to send you back inside to speak to Andrew, because they're speaking about behind the scenes, which is where the cabbages grow and is where the life altar is. So we're going to go back inside now that we have finished with Crispy, and we're going to speak to Andrew. I'm going to talk to Andrew, and you're going to go through the entire dialogue, and he's going to hand you a disc of returning. I bet no one really thought they would get that again. So now they want to send us to the Dwarves Mine, and you can go to Falador, and that's northeast of the Falador Lodestone, and that's where we're going to head. So from this Lodestone, we're going to go northeast all the way down the trail, and we're going to try to find the Dwarven Mines. More than certain, even new players know where this mine is. And if you don't, it's really not hard to find. Now we're just going to go up these stairs, and we're going to make our way down. Now once inside this mine area, you're just going to click on your disc of returning, and it's going to be scanning the disc. So it said you feel a pull to the approximate southwest. So we want to head southwest. So traveling southwest on the map, you'll want to head to this little area right here. And it looks kind of like a little boot. Now getting to this spot right here, the little boot-shaped area, you'll want to then use your disc of returning when you are here. And the screen's going to go white, and then you're going to click through the dialogue of the entire thing, and the cabbage is going to start talking to you. The screen's going to turn black, and they're going to describe everything that you're seeing and that they're seeing. When the screen turns black, you can move your mouse around to find out what is around you. And you're going to want to search the table. Searching the table, you're going to find some rocks. Click. Okay, let's see. Here's the wall. It's kind of upward left. You'll want to click it, use the rocks on it. So now that we hit the wall with the rocks, you're going to find the table again and right click on it. You're going to select look under the table. It's going to give you some oranges. And now you're going to eat the orange to get a key. Once you get this key, you're going to want to use this key on the small bumpy wall, which is kind of on the right side, so east. It's going to give you a tinderbox, and you're going to want to use this tinderbox. We're going to use this tinderbox on the scary wispy thing kind of in front of you. So when we do that, we're going to pick up the skull. Okay, we're going to use this skull on a unusual shape, which is kind of right in this area here. Now after you use the skull, a little doorway is going to open up, and you're going to go through it. So you come out, and you're going to want to talk to Thordor, and you're going to go through the entire dialogue, and after he is done speaking, you could select any option given to you on this first one, and I'm just going to randomly pick one. And then you want to select number 2 on the next one. Off I go then. It's going to teleport you out. Alright, now you're going to talk to Spiral Orb, and you're going to go through the narrative and select option 1. You're going to let him speak. Then you're going to continue through and select option 1 again. That is coming up. Then you're going to come through the narrative one other time. You're just going to randomly pick one. I always pick the first one anyway. It wouldn't matter. Then you go through the narrative. Now all these doesn't really matter. You just keep picking and it'll let you go. Now from Spiral Orb, after you finish the dialogue, you're going to want to go behind the desk. And you want to kind of go toward the east, past all these colorful boxes and portals. Don't run too far because it will teleport you back to where you're just going from, as it just almost did me. And you want to talk to Lucian right here. Okay, you're just going to run through the dialogue of Lucian, and he's going to rant on and on. You just need to select this very first we need to talk, and you're going to go through the whole thing. And then, of course, when you go through the whole bit of this dialogue, you're going to run through the portal right next to you, in front of you, and basically talk to the person behind the desk that you see. Okay, now you're going to run through the portal after the dialogue's been ran through, and when entering into this portal, we're going to talk to the lady behind the desk over here, and she's going to tell you 1 to 4 things to do. So speaking to her is going to give you your first clue to solving this. And after you talk to her, you're going to run behind this counter and speak to the man beside the vault. And he's going to give you your second. And after you run through this, you're going to click on the vault, and it's going to give you the third and fourth clue. After you select all the options and you get all four, run back out of the portal, and you're going to run back toward the start of the desk where you spoke to the guy. And you're looking for Romeo. He's kind of southwest. So upon exiting out of the portal here, just run south, and you'll see Romeo standing right here beside Durzag. And you want to talk to Romeo and select both second options on the tab. First, second, go through. He's just going to ramble on, and he's just going to pretty much volunteer to help you. So when you get down to this other option, it's the second option again, and now he's going to be the one helping you. Now you'll want to find the 5 God War bosses, and we're going to try to see if we can get them to help us as well. So you just want to kind of chat to all of them and see what they have to say. You get them all to help you. And the chat option is really just, you select whatever one you want, really. So just make sure you talk to all 5 of them. And after you do talk to all 5 of them, go back to Romeo. Okay, now that you're going back to Romeo, you chat with him again and go through all the chat options. You just select number 1, it'd be fine. And he's going to agree to help you, and you'll have your first helper. So there's the first one. Now you're going to want to find Guthrix, and he's sitting around the table somewhere, and here he is, just kind of east of where you were. You want to chat with him, and you want to get him to help you as well. And that's going to be chat option 2. You just go through the dialogue. Make sure. There we go. Now after you go through the chat options with Guthrix, you want to go north and talk to the cabbages sitting behind this desk. And there's really no chat options to select on the cabbages, you just go through the dialogue. So we're going to do that. And of course, after you go through all the dialogue with the cabbages, you go right back to Guthrix, which is of course on the other side of this desk. And then you go over there, the dialogue, and you select number 1. And he's going to ramble on some more. And there you go, you got your second recruitment. Alright, now we need to head west to talk to a penguin. That way we can try to recruit the penguin and see if he'll help us. And when you do go through the dialogue on the penguin, you'll want to select the option number 2. And then you finish rambling on with him. So he talks a good bit too. So now after the penguin is recruited, we're going to want to find Crunchy and Tim, which is a little bit east, just at this table on the stool. And you're going to want to talk to them and select the third option. So you want to go behind the bar counter and talk to the bartender. They're going to give you, and you're going to say option yes. They're going to give you 5 teas, and you're going to walk around the bar on the outside giving tea to all the artists. The environmental artist. So this is gonna be 1, and all the artists is located around the bar that you're gonna be walking around right here. Just gotta read the names. Here's another one. You have to right click and say use on the artist. That way you don't end up drinking the teas. Always option yes. We're gonna do this 3 more times around the bar. It's fairly easy to find. They're just quite literally just hanging out. Alright, we're just gonna, of course, remember option yes. There's that. We have 2 more to go, and it's going fairly quick. So the next one's a little bit a ways down. And we got this one right here. Making sure I didn't skip one. Alright, and we have yes on option. And I think we will have one more right here in the corner beside the big guy. So right click, use on artist. And of course, dialogue, option yes. There it is. Okay, now that we have that done, we're going to head back to Tim and Crunchy, and we're going to talk to them and let them know everyone has been watered, So that way we're going to select option 1, and we're going to go through the dialogue, and they are now recruited since they agreed to go with us. Now we're going to run north back to that portal where Lucian sits, and we're going to try to enter into the portal there. Once there, you go through the portal back to the bank area. Okay, back at the vaults area, the bank, we're going to speak to Claire behind the desk, and we're going to try to introduce her to Romeo. See if we can make a match made in heaven. Once you introduce the two, they're going to teleport off. So we got rid of them two. Thanks, Romeo. And now we're going to go speak to the man at the vaults. Let's see if we can select the first option. Try to get rid of this guy at the vault. And we got rid of this guy at the vault. Alright, now that they're gone, we're going to click on the checkout locked vault door. We're going to try to open it. Just go through the dialogue. There we go. It takes a minute. It has to load. And now we're going to go through the vault. And we're going to try to get to this. Oh, you got to click where it says enter. So enter the vault. We're going to make our way to the chest. And click on it. It's going to take a few clicks because you have to go through a lot of dialogue. So you want to do the dialogue. And there's really no important selection or anything. You just go through the whole dialogue. It takes a minute. Then you want to click open dialogue. And we'll see what's in here, which we already know. Dialogue. And now you want to search the safety box. And now he's searching. Remember to keep clicking and double check your box because you have to click a few times to get this thing. And now when you search it, you should get a life altar fragment. And all you have to do is just run out, enter vault door. Now you want to go back out the portal. So we're going to run out to the portal, back to the bar area, and we will see our next move. Yes, we want to leave. Okay, now we're outside at the bar area. We need to go to the south area to find a guy named Steve, and he's the Chaos Elemental, sitting right here. You'll want to talk to this guy right here, and choose the second option. You need him to fix the altar with you, and the rest of them, just I always choose one. It doesn't really matter on this one. Just choose option 1, go to dialogue, keep going until he agrees, and again, you can choose 1, 2, or 3, but I'm going to say goodbye, Steve. Goodbye, Steve. Okay, now that we spoke to Steve, and we now need to go through this portal just south of Steve and fix the pipes at the Grand Exchange. And doing that, it's going to be a puzzle, and the picture's going to have a bunch of pipes on it. So you have to rotate the pipes in order for the puzzle to make sense. And here's the picture of the puzzle. Just like this, and you turn all these things, you click pipes like this to move it around. I'm not going to put you through the torture of solving this puzzle. So I'll get it solved and we'll see where we are. Okay, now that the puzzle's completed, it didn't take long. It's just kind of confusing with all the little, of course, pieces you have to flip around. You just flip it around and you'll be able to get it in no time. And when you do get it, it'll automatically cut off and you'll get your second life fragment. So we're going to run out of here and we're going to go try to find a guy. I think his name is Doc. And he's the one we need to talk to next. So now we're here into the bar area. Run across the bar, kind of, I think it's north. And we're looking for kind of like colorful packages. There they are. Little blocks. There he is, Doc. Doc is over here by all the colorful boxes and stuff like that, but he's at this table. You want to talk to him and go through the dialogue and select option 2 for the life altar. And you want to Alright, now Doc has sent us through this portal where all the colorful boxes are, and we need to find a guy named Max. And he should be there as soon as you go through the portal. And Max is going to basically tell you you have to master a few skills before you can move forward. And that's what we're going to do. Here's Max. We're going to talk to Max, and it's a lot of dialogue, so you just kind of keep clicking until you get to that. He does have one option that he's going to give you, and I believe it's number 2. Yes, you want to select option number 2 and keep clicking through the dialogue, and then he's going to finish with all this after just so long. And of course select option 2 again, and you want to move toward this green door, and this is where you're going to master one of your first skills. Now for this skill, you're wanting to go to the red square, and there's going to be a pop-up on the bottom screen, and you're going to have to mock this writing tutor, and every time you do, it's going to go pretty quick. You have to get to maxing out your bar at the top of that as well until you get to level 99, and that's basically where you are at this. You just do this until it's over, and you'll max that out to 99. So we're just going to mock him right now. And all you got to do is click one time and it'll continue to do it. You don't have to spam click it or anything. And then when he changes, you just, of course, oh, see, I clicked the wrong one. Then your bar continue to grow when you get the right one clicked. And then you just keep doing this until, of course, this green bar right here reaches the end. And it's going to say that you're level 99. Then you can leave out the room. And now you're going to run outside the room as you are complete. So go out this door and you're going to head to your next door. And the next door we're going to master this next skill so we can continue to move on. Alright, we're making our way down to the green door. And this one's the fun one. I actually like this one. The thing is you have to unequip your weapons. So you have to take those off, and of course shields. Then you jump on the red square, and these bubbles here, you get to search desert islands and different bubbling waters for treasure, and then you can even shoot at other people here like ships and stuff, and it's real cool. And we're going to do that right now. And that's how you get experience. Spam clicking does work on here, and you'll get a lot of XP quicker doing it that way, unless you just enjoy the fun of finding treasure chests. We're going to take this guy out. Alright, now we're going to go search the bubbling water to get a little extra XP. Let's see if we got anything. Oh, nothing. Alright, we'll go to this one. Now, of course, the desert island reset, and it moved all the way over here, and we can go search it again now. So level 99, we are finished. We can exit. Alright, now that that's complete, we just exit out of the room, and basically we're going to go to one of the craziest last skills that's offered. You're literally walking into a bank kind of scenario, and you're going to train how to not to bank stand. And they don't want you bank standing. So you're just going to run into the middle of this little shack looking thing, and you can't stand there or it'll kick you out, so you just spam everywhere, and that's how you get your points. Alright, now that we leveled up to 99 on this one, since it was so boring, we're going to finish and talk to Max, and he's going to give you the last piece that you're looking for. You just go through the scenario, and he'll just talk for a little bit, and then he's going to give you that little piece. So after you finish talking to Max, you're going to run out the door, and we're going to head back to the bar. And then when you get to the bar, we'll be able to go from there. So heading back out to the bar area, we're going to head, I think it's southeast, and that way we're going to try to go to the altar to put these life altar fragments in. So let's head that way now. Southeast. So I'm going to kind of go this way. It's over there by the 5 brothers, I think it is. So we shall see. Remember, if you just keep running, for some reason it teleports you all over the place. And you're going to want to enter into the portal where it's like the life portal. It's the life altar portal. And you're going to enter in. And we're going to make our way to this altar here and put our stones on it. You're just going to click it. You have to fight this guy that's going to pop up 4 or 6 times. And that last one, you're just going to choose the option 4, I believe. So we're about to interact with this guy, and we're going to go ahead and fight him. I'm just going to throw protect melee, try to save some food, I guess. I have no idea what kind of damage he does. apparently it's decent. So I'm just gonna spam click everything, try to get rid of this guy. You have to fight him 6 times. I think on the 6th time he'll finally surrender or something. So that way it'll go a little bit easier. So I'm gonna just go ahead and try to take him out. Now that he's finally finished and I got my butt kicked, we're just going to go through all the dialogue and we're just going to wrap this quest up. So you just pretty much spam click everything until the dialogue's finished. And that is the end of Gowers Quest. I appreciate the time you spent with me. I'm hoping it helped you out some, and if it did, maybe give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of these quests, and over time I'll get better at it.